Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning dan salam sejahtera. I am Liza binti Muhammad Amin. I'll be your moderator for today's workshop. If I may begin with extending our appreciation to the organising committee headed by our pengarah, Professor Dr. Norita Wati, PM Dr. Rizami Shahruddin dan Puan Syahira binti Nur Azman from UiTM Renew Shah Alam campus. Our esteemed speaker, Yang Berusaha Associate Professor TS Dr. Abdul Rahman Saili, for agreeing to share his experiences and tips, dan yang dihormati respected participants. Thank you for joining us this morning. Indeed, it is a privilege that the Research Grant Acquisition Unit of RMC TNCPI UiTM is pleased to announce the opening of the Sumitomo Foundation Fiscal 2021 Grant for Japan-related research projects. The program aims at enhancing mutual understanding between Asian countries and Japan. Research must be within the field of the social sciences or humanities that are related to Japan. In line with the objective of this understanding, this workshop is organized to facilitate the drafting of Sumitomo grant proposal. To enhance the impact of this workshop, we have with us our esteemed speaker, Associate Professor TS Dr. Abdul Rahman Saili, Sumitomo Foundation Fiscal Award winner year 2017. Dr. Abdul Rahman's studies was on food security and sustainability, exploring the Malaysian and Japanese youth participation in agriculture. Dear participant, if I may, Associate Professor TS Dr. Abdul Rahman Saili is currently the Head of Studies, Plantation and Health Sciences, UiTM Sarawak Samarahan campus. He's also the appointed as expert panel accreditation of prior experience learning at university level and the external examiner at ICATS University College. Dr. Abdul Rahman obtained a bachelor's degree in 1999 and master's degree in 2001 from Liverpool John Moores University. He joined the Faculty of Plantation Agrotechnology UiTM in 2001. He then pursued his PhD in agribusiness at the University of Curtin 2007, graduated in 2011. Dr. Abdul Rahman is an active member of the International Society for the Southeast Asian Agricultural Sciences, the Malaysian chapter. Our Associate Professor TS Dr. Abdul Rahman has supervised more than 30 postgraduate, PhD and master's level students. He has also published more than 30 index journal proceedings nationally and internationally. Our esteemed speaker has also examined more than 30 postgraduate theses and actively involved in national and international academic publication as journal reviewer. In research, Dr. Abdul Rahman has received both national and international research funding, consultation of more than 16 grants amounting to more than 1 million. Our Associate Professor Doctor has obtained 3 copyrights through his research and innovation work, and his best achievement, among others, include Gold Award Index 2021, Best Innovation Award, and First Place Creative Prize Pertandingan Idea Unggul, Gold 2-Star National ICC Convention Public Sector 2007, and First Runner-Up KMK Public Sector 2007, Sarawak State. Without further ado, I'm sure we are all excited to hear Associate Prof. Dr. Abdul Rahman. May I invite Doctor to the platform? Please welcome.
Okay. All right. Thank you to the moderator for the kind introduction. Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagilah to all the participants. Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I will start with my sharing. Let me share the slide. Yeah. All right. Before that, thank you also to the organizing committee for inviting me for this sharing session. Okay, let me start. Sharing session grant the Sumitomo Foundation Fiscal 2022 grant for Japan-related research project. So, all right. Okay, basically there is a few grant under Sumitomo, but today I'm going to talk about the grant which is for Japan-related research project. Yeah, right. So if you see the program is actually the aims of the program is to enhancing mutual understanding between Asian countries and Japan through promoting research project in the field of social science or humanity, social science and humanities that are related to Japan. So I think if we want to apply for this grant, we must be aware that it is focused on social science or humanities and also related to Japan. Any research project to be carried out by individual or a group in the field of social science or humanities that is related to Japan, researchers shall be of Asian, non-Japanese nationality living outside Japan. Awarded researcher must conduct the proposed research by themselves, right? So I think if we want to apply for this grant, this is what the first thing that I digest before I proceed with my application, right? So that to make sure that we apply our application is correct so first we need to know about the social science and humanities, which is related to Japan. But it doesn't mean that people from other faculty like engineering or computer science or other faculty cannot apply, as long as they can propose a research which is a nature in a social sciences or humanities, which you can relate to Japan. All right, so the first tip is actually research topic. So you have to select a proper research topic, which is, it must be within the social science and humanities. And tips number 2, it must be Japan related, right? Okay, the research project awarded in fiscal 2021, this I just extract it for examples, if you can see here, the first one, bilateral trade relation between Japan and Bangladesh, challenge, opportunity, and suggestion. This is from a professor from Bangladesh. You can see word Japan there, right? Between Japan and Bangladesh. If you refer to the research project awarded in fiscal 2021, the number 5 project that succeed is transculturing Japanese architectural style in Singapore, sustainability and sublimity. So again, there is a word Japanese there, right? This one is actually from a associate professor from Singapore, but I think he might be Chinese origin, from China. Number 40, a cross-cultural comparison between Malaysia and Japan on acceptance of insect as food. This one is from UKM lecturer. Also, there is a word Japan there, right? And project 47, heuristic evaluation of video modeling mobile application for autistic children between Malaysia and Japan. All right. So this one is actually from a lecturer from computer science in information technology, University Technology Petronas. Right. Still, you can see what Japan there. They compare Malaysia and Japan, Bangladesh and Japan, something like that. Number 55, toxic waste and monsters, objects, race, and ecofeminism in transnational Asian literature. All right. This topic, they ada word Japan. But it got word Asian. So Japan is actually a part of the Asian countries, I can say. So you can get some ideas from this topic, when you want to propose your research later on. So play around with the keywords Japan, Japanese, Asian. It is good if you mention Japan or Japanese in your title. I think so it will reflect, because it must be related to Japan. Okay, for me, myself, when I first jumpa this grant, when I saw this grant,
Lama lagi
I do
awak
some
pergi kot. Tak
studies.
melambat. Dapat je klien.
Kejap ya, Doktor. Puan Tora, if I may.
Sorry.
Yes. Sorry, Doctor. You may continue.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Me myself, when I first want to apply for this grant back in 2017, actually I have no ideas about this grant at all. So what I did is that I went to the website, because actually I found the website on Sumitomo, and I start to explore the website. I think that is the first thing you can do, go to the website and see the grant. And the good things about Sumitomo related to Japan project or grant, they will actually share the topics every year yang dapat award ni, so you can see yourself. You can there's a lot of years dia memang letak di situ, and then also the summary. They give summary, some of the research finding for the yang berjaya ni lah, yang dah complete the research. So actually you can go and investigate lah yourself, tengok macam mana the topic. That is the first thing that I did during that time, because I don't know where to start and how to propose. So I pun tengok screen, banyak tajuk that you boleh tengok, which is might be relevant to your, or you can kind of like macam to get some ideas lah, how to start with the topics. So Alhamdulillah, I still remember during that time I received the FRGS grant earlier. My study is also on the youth participation in agriculture. So when I found this about this grant, I'm thinking, why not I propose a comparison studies between Malaysia and Japan. For my FRGS, actually I'm doing a research on youth participation in Malaysia in agriculture, basically. So so I get the ideas already. So then that is how I come up with the topics. So dia punya proposal, I think, is not that difficult. I will share with you guys later on. All right. Okay, this is basically about how do you want to come up with your topic lah. All right. If you see the number of past applications or award, right? I make some analysis. If you see 2012 applicant 367, the successful only 94. And if you see 2021, we have 494 applicants, and young success 68. All right. If you can see here, the average is about 70 projects per year, right? They will grant. They have 50 million, and they will distribute to the numbers lah. All right. I also do this simple analysis of the recipient based on the countries. If you see Bangladesh, from 2021 ada 2, 2022 2, 2019 none, right? But if you can see here, Malaysia is among the top recipient of this grant. 2031 ada 13, 2020 we have 18, 2019 ada 10 only, but still negara kita is among yang top. Indonesia as well, if you can see 15, 8, 11. Also China 12, 11, 12. The rest tak ramai lah, macam like if you see Singapore, not many. I think I don't know how do they come up with this. It could be based on the application, or I don't know. But the what do you call it? The chance is there for us to apply. All right. Okay, this is the form, the application form. All right. Tips number 3, read the guides. There is a guideline given at the website. You can access to the website and you can check. I give the link there as well. There is application guide. You should read the application guide, procedure, instruction for application form in the Word format, and so on. If you see that is my grant, number 42 here, food security and sustainability, exploring the Malaysian and Japanese youth participation in agriculture, right? Okay, the grant that I received is 950,000 yen, which is about RM 35K. This is actually subject to currency exchange. Kalau ringgit lemah, then we might dapat sikit lah, the grant. Okay. All right, this is the form that my form lah, yang I used to apply in 2017, which I think is more or less the same with the new one. Yeah. All right. Basically, you need to put application date. I think you know this one, application, applicant signature, subject of research project, right? And then your details. Boleh isi dekat sini lah. Your details, your address, right? Email, okay? And then your curriculum, CV lah, curriculum vitae. Here, the tips number 4, highlight your research experience. Please put your research experience. There is a award, before that, the qualification, the professional experience, awards, the language. The language ni just be, what do you call, be sincere lah. Like me myself, memang I can't speak Japanese at all. So I letak ni lah. So, and then, what do you call it? Yang ini apa ya? Okay, the previous grant that you get, you can fill in the form. So highlight your research experience. And then highlights also your publication, right? You can put your publication there, right? Or before that, special research field of applicant like me, myself, my area is actually agriculture business, plantation management, agritourism, and agriculture sustainability. This is a few, what do you call it, my sub field. Okay, and then collaborators, right? For the collaborators, you can put who is your collaborators. Your collaborators can be anyone in Malaysia or even in Japan. If you have counterpart in Japan, you can put it as well. All right. Like me myself, I work with one of the lecturers in UNIMAS, and another one is our own lecturers and from Faculty of Plantation and Agri-Technology. And then, like it's mentioned there, a necessity of collaborator. I just mentioned to expedite the research project. Maybe you can elaborate it a little bit more lah. So highlight your collaborator. Okay. And then your concept of research project, okay? Here is basically the literature review, the introduction, the particular motivation leading to this research project, why you want to do this, the significance of the research project, all right? So actually, my topic is about the youth participation in agriculture, because the issue now, if you see in Malaysia, our farmers are aging farmers. Most of the farmers are aging farmers. We need the young farmers to join the agriculture in order to achieve our food security, food sustainability, and so on. All right, and somehow this issue is almost the same all over the world, including Japan. Yeah, the aging farmers is one of the big issues. So from there, I can relate it with Japan. Yeah, Japan also facing the same issue, which is aging farmers. Malaysia also aging farmers. So when I propose the youth participation in agriculture, that might be the what you call it the points yang menyebabkan research ni terpilih maybe because honestly saya tak adalah bagus sangat kan. I'm still learning as well. So this is my first try. Alhamdulillah, I get it. But that is what I feel. I think the topic that we propose should be interesting enough for both countries, basically Malaysia, Japan especially, and Malaysia lah. Yeah. Okay. And all right. My tips here is actually, if you see a smart research project lah. Why do I mention about the smart research project? Of course, whenever we want to propose, the proposal should be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. You must remember this grant is not a luxurious grant, right? The most macam like me myself, I dapat only 35k ringgit Malaysia, 35,000, but it is enough lah, right? So you have to design your research in a way that it won't you don't need to spend a lot of money. Yeah, remember this is a social and humanities research. So for me myself, I decided to go for qualitative, because I cannot foresee myself do the survey because of the financial. Yeah, sebab kalau buat survey tu it will involve a lot of money as well for me lah, basically. But a lot of people doing survey as well. But as long as you know how to go about it, then it should be fine. Yeah, like me myself, I go for qualitative so that the number of respondent is not that big as well as compared to survey kan. So I do the interviews basically. Yeah, do the interviews and it is a qualitative methods. Yeah. Okay. Let's going back. All right, the concept of the research, a comparison between this research project and other domestic or foreign project. Then one you can explain, and then you must have your reference, right? And then the keywords, keyword of a research field of application, right? And then methodology, right? This is my methodology. Okay, methodology again, I would like to relate it with SMART just now. So tips number 8, achievable data collection. We don't want susahkan diri sendiri, kemudian you cannot complete the studies kan. So make sure it is achievable data collection, because for me the data collection is one of the challenges yang I have to face, because I need to go to Japan to collect data. All right, so I will share with you guys later on my experience on that. Yeah, so if you look on my methodology, I'm just go for stages. There's 4 stages, so I just go step by step lah. Yeah, do the comparison. I interview farmers in Malaysia. I interview also farmers in Japan, and then do the analysis and so on lah. Yeah. All right, and then you need to write down what is the expected result of the research. This is like a common, research proposal, right? Also asking, if you go for YBhg, is also asking you to highlight the expected result of a research project. Okay. All right. I just mentioned there contributor factor influencing the Malaysian and Japanese youth participation in agriculture activities and their challenges. And then I promised to produce one index publication, international level. So manuscript is planned to be submitted on December 2018. You know, you can just put it there. Yeah. All right. Now we go to research project schedule. All right, this one you have to plan, yeah, based on your research methods, and then you do some planning on how you want to embark with your research. Yeah, like me myself, I'll just put the time is April, May, for instance, right? What is my research project activity? What I plan to achieve? Yeah, June, July, September, October, and so on. Okay. And then this is the what do you call it? The funding, yeah, the financial that you need to what do you call it? For you to apply, the expenses, right? If you can see I don't know, I'll just do it as a detail as this one, yeah. I go for details. But I think that is the requirement as well. You have to explain basically what you want to do and how you're going to go about it, and how much is the funding. All right. So the tips, budget. If you see my budget is 1,715,000 yen, right? During that time. Because you can go maximum to 2 million, but you know already that you won't get that figures lah, basically kan. Sebab if you see, they have 50 million in total, right? With 80 projects to be selected. So 50 million, if you divide with 80, it is about 715,000 yen only, which is with now punya currency dalam 20k, right? But actually you can divide it by 70 as well, because when I see the trend, sometimes it's 60 plus 70, so it could be the average about 70 project that they will award to the researcher kan. So you can see lah the patterns kan. So like me myself, when I project my grant for 1.7 million ni, bila dapat grant ni, dia suruh slash, right? Because I just get 950,000 yen actually. Can you imagine that I have to slash and become 950,000 yen? So that's why maybe you can go around 1.2 million, 1.5 million, the cap lah, all right? And then let them slash if they want to slash. And so that might be a good tips lah. If you what do you call it, budgeted terlalu tinggi, memang teruk juga lah, you want to slash it later on. So might as well don't be sangat tinggi lah. But you can try, just try. Maybe 1.2 to 1.5 will be good enough. So when you need to cut it, it won't be that much lah. Like in my case, daripada 1,715,000 kena reduce ke 950,000. All right. Okay, you can see the expenses of transportation domestic, expenses for accommodation domestic, expenses for transportation international ni is referring when untuk I go to Japan, expenses for accommodation international, remuneration for research cooperators or assistants, yeah. And then expenses for printing and publishing. Actually, there is no RA punya ni budget, because it mentioned earlier that you need to conduct it yourself, all right? But you can put the what do you call it? The remuneration for research cooperator or assistant. I think we really need that. Yeah. For my case, I never been to tak pernah study lah kat Japan. So it could be a big problem for me as well because I don't speak Japanese at all. All right. So we might need translators to help you with your research later on. So you need to carefully budget it. All right. And the hotels as well, better you budget it properly because the costs for apa harga bilik di Jepun is quite expensive juga. So you have to be careful lah when you budget it. Please double check, right? Or else you end up will stay at a very cheap hotel because you can afford to pay for ni kan dah budget for banyak tu, so then we have to spend banyak tu juga lah, right? Like me myself, I make a mistake lah, I can say, because I budget the hotel quite low. Bila sampai sana, like the hotel semua exceed my budget, right? But I'm okay. Just there's one time I stay at a very cheap hotel, you know, but alhamdulillah everything is okay lah. But Japan is very clean, so it is okay. All right. That is the ni lah, the budget. So the tips too, maybe budget around 1.2 to 1.5 million yen will be good enough lah for you to try. Okay. All right. This is the research summary. I think everyone knows now how to do the research summary. Yeah. But my tips here, please translate in Japanese. Yeah. Because it mentioned the research summary, please summarize the above written concept or research project in 200 to 300 words. And if possible, attach the summary in Japanese. If possible, that means it's not compulsory, right? It is not compulsory. But my advice is that please do so. Please translate. Yeah. Try lah. Like me myself, I tried. Memang I buat translation. I hantar the summary in what do you call it in Japanese. Yeah. Actually, I asked help from my brother-in-law because my brother-in-law used to study in Japan before. Dia ada family angkat kat Japan, so I contacted this family angkat lah with the hope that she can help me to translate. But she told me that she can't do the translation if it more because this one is more academic, kan? More like bukan biasa-biasa punya. So she helped me to get one of the professor from the university. This professor, a Japanese guy, yang mengajar bahasa Inggeris. So this fellow lah yang tolong translate to me. And after he translated, he emailed it to me, right? But I think maybe my suggestion for UiTM because kita ada language department, kalau ada yang those pensyarah dalam Japanese kan, maybe RMC can help to arrange to get the service untuk translate the summary for those yang interested to apply. I think it will be very much helpful kalau we can do that. Okay. All right. Okay. This is recommendation letter. As you know that you need a recommendation letter, yeah. To be what do you call it submitted together with your proposal, right? This is my what do you call it my letter which I asked during that time arwah Associate Prof Dr. Rashidah Madila yang sign it. as she is a deputy director in research masa tu. So she's the one who signed the surat. So I just enclose the surat with UiTM letterhead. Yeah. But now I think maybe now RMC might help with the recommendation later. Maybe I'm not sure. But if you don't get any, just you can ask for from the deans, deputy deans, will be good enough, right? All right. This is the email that I received when my grant is successful, right? The email basically, all right? Oh, by the way, for now, I think the application is online. Yeah, you can submit it online. Unlike during my time, it is all by post. So I really need to complete my proposal, my recommendation letter, in advance, because you need to allow for the application reach Tokyo, reach the Sumitomo. So you can allow, but allow online, I think is very much better because we just submit online kan. Jadi if let's say today is the due date, malam ni before 12 still can submit, I think. So, but if you by post, you can send it earlier, right? Right, this is yang I dah dapat hari itulah, dia bagi what should I receive and so on lah. All right, this is actually my email to Bank Islam. All right, cerita dia macam ni. The grant, they will transfer it to your personal account. All right, the grant is transferred to your personal account, and during that time I'm having a problem basically with the bank, and the bank called me and tanyalah, what money is that being transferred to you? It's quite a large number amount, which is about 35k masa tu. So the Bank Islam pun call, dia tanya duit apa ni nak masuk. So I explained to them that it is my research grant, and dia kata macam, oh okay, this is the first time dia kata the research grant is going to your personal account. So I pun macam, oh, okay, ya, memang ada pelik sikit lah, but ni. So dia kata, can you, send us the bukti lah to prove that actually it is what do you call it, a grant. Jadi I pun hantar lah yang surat mengatakan saya dapat this grant and then how much and so on, and I email to Bank Islam. Yeah. So this is the inilah grant ni. Sebab bila dah dapat ni, actually I'm a bit nervous jugalah because I don't know what to do basically during that time. Masa I check the previous, I'm not sure, but I think it's most macam nampak like I'm the first recipient from UiTM, yeah, because I keep on searching yang the previous recipient tak ada daripada, because I would like to ask the expectation of the grant and so on and so forth, but nobody yang dapat kan. So I managed to get in contact with one of the lecturers from UTHM. Masa I scrutinize the Sumitomo grant tu kan, yang the previous recipient tu, I jumpa seorang ni dari UTHM, and my sister-in-law is actually the electrical lecturer yang dekat also dekat UTHM. So I called my sister-in-law. She told me that this guy is actually dia punya colleague sama department. So dia pun bagi nombor, and I pun call this guy, very helpful guy, Dr. Razali Tomari, if I'm mistaken nama dia. So dia yang what do you call it? I tanyalah macam mana grant ni, memang dia masuk personal je. Dia memang masuk personal account, dia kata. And then, what should I do with the grant, you know? I don't feel takut nanti I shopping pula duit banyak sangat dalam account kan. So he told me that di UTHM diorang ni registered dengan UTHM and masuk ke dalam account lah. So he advised me to do the same thing as well. So I talked to my boss, and also my boss also agreed, and we do that. Yeah. So masuk ke UiTM lah. Dia punya grant sebab masa tu RMC pun dia a bit sebab rasanya baru first time juga kan to deal with this, so banyaklah problem yang timbul sebab you know the Sumitomo grant ni, you also need to do the financial report the end of your research. So any receipt that you spend, they want the original copy. Here is the problem lah, because when I dah masukkan ke UiTM, so when I want to withdraw my money, memang nak kena guna prosedur biasa, macam kita dapat grant FHGS and everything, right? The same procedure. So if you want to claim everything, you have to submit the original receipt. But then I talk to the finance people, and I bring the guideline, and I mention to them that Sumitomo ni minta the original receipt. Can I keep the original and you keep the photo state? And they said, you submit the original first, later on we will photocopy, and then we will return the original to you. Tapi ada juga when I really in rush, I go to the finance and I'll do the photocopy myself lah. Photo state ni, dan I ambil yang original. And I keep it. Yeah? You should keep the original receipt. Takut dia ada audit later on. Tapi so far tak pernah di audit lah. Sebab Jepun ni macam nampak dia lebih kepada based on trust kan. InsyaAllah lah but you have to be honest lah kan. So I just keep whatever I need to. Report tu tetap kena submit lah to them. They will check kan. Together with your finding kemudian, right? Okay, all right. This is my research experience that I would like to share with you guys. All right, who is this guy? Mr. Kenichi Hamaya. I don't know whether he's still with Sumitomo or not, but during my tenure, I mean my research grant tu dia masih ada lah dengan the Sumitomo Foundation. Mr. Kenichi Hamaya ni lah the person that I've been contacted throughout lah my ini. So when I went to Tokyo in 2019, I spent time lah to see him, jumpa Mr. Kenichi Hamaya. So I give him gift daripada Sarawak, all right? Just to have a good relationship, because he helped me a lot as well. Sebab dia the officer yang in charge. Anything, even extension. Actually, I go for extension, and the extension is very simple as well. You just email them that you want to extend your research grant. Nanti dia akan reply dengan email. Then it's okay, macam tu, right? So we ni lah. So I jumpa dia and ni lah. Dan dia pun advise me. This is what he told me. I still remember. Go and apply again for the grant, because the maximum you can apply 3 times. Dia kata. That is what he told me lah. So maybe insyaAllah I will try to apply it again after COVID ni dah settle semua kan. Maybe I will apply lah insyaAllah. Alright, this is, you still remember this is the professor, Associate Professor Tatsuki Kawaguchi yang help me to translate my summary masa tu in Japanese. He actually Director of Office for Strategy of International Program, Center of Globalization, the University of Aizu. I also spent time to meet him and to thank him for dia punya help lah to do the translate for free. no charge, because he's a friend to my brother-in-law punya family angkat dekat Jepun tu. So happen to ni lah. Right. All right. This is when we did the data collection. Paddy farmers from Nishiazu, Fukushima Prefecture, Mr. Ito and Mr. Koji, the youth farmers, Mr. Ito and Mr. Koji. If you can see in the middle, that is what do you call it? Family angkat my brother, which I appoint as a translator. So happened she is the English teacher for the primary school dekat Japan. So she helped us with the translation because most of the Japanese they don't speak English kan. So mula-mula tu memang ni jugalah. Even though I email a lot universities or organization for data collection and everything, most of my emails is no reply. I think they might have problem with English. Yeah, maybe I don't know if you email in Japan, maybe dapat respond kot. But most of the time there is no response. The only response I pernah dapat pun ada dari one guy ni. But he can speak English, so I think that's the reason maybe. Yeah. So for those yang pernah belajar di Jepun, this is advantage lah for them. If they have a good connection, if they can speak Japanese, yeah, or little Japanese will be help as well, right? Right. This one is paddy farmers still in Nishiazu, Fukushima Prefecture. All right. Then we went to apple farmers from Nagano Prefecture. This is Sugaru apple, sweet and crunchy Sugaru apple. All right. See, this one actually I spend my own money to give small gift lah to the respondent kan. Tak sedap juga kita interview them for more than 1 hour. So I just buy some souvenirs from Sarawak and I'll share with, I just give it to them lah as a token, right? Okay. This one also a this one is a respondent from Naganuma, Shizuoka Prefecture, Mr. Shiro Sukada. So, he is actually the apple farmers. So we went to the apple orchard, dia punya apple orchard, right? This is Mr. Hiro Mitsu. Mr. Hiro nila yang respond to my email when I tried to contact for looking for the respondent. So he's the only one yang respond to my email actually. He is from Aichi, Nagoya, a very helpful person. Yeah. So he bring us to the lotus root farmer, Mr. Toyokazu Hirano, ya, yang kita orang interview lah. This one is Mr. Mashiro Ishihara dan Mr. Hiroya Tajima, vegetable farmers. This one dia tanam vegetable and a little bit of paddy as well. This ni. After my visit to this Mr. Hiroya, dia punya greenhouse tu rosak kena typhoon. Right? Tempat dia ada typhoon. So kesian juga because after that I'm in contact with him dekat Facebook. But again, he can't speak English. So we use Mr. Hiro as a translator here, right? Right. I think that's it. Basically, my experience, right? My advice, I think, go and try. Yeah, keep on trying because you don't know your rezeki, kan? Like me myself, pun I don't expect that I will get it. You know, I just submit my proposal, berdoa if I dapat, kalau tak dapat tak. Because actually that is my first try for international grant. Alhamdulillah, with one sekali cuba dah dapat. So memang bersyukurlah sebab I think semua what do you call it, the participant here, I know you are very good in your research, yeah? No problem with the proposal. Cuma rezeki lah. What I can say, rezeki kadang-kadang, you know, the topic must be interesting enough, yeah? And so on. So just try your luck. Yeah? Who knows dapat. But I think recently pun I tengok ramai juga yang dari UiTM dapat. Ada a few dah yang dapat from UiTM. So I think that is a good things lah. So we can go for international research. And yeah, this grant is not that big, but for me, it is a very good experience. You know, we can start small. Yeah, like me myself, I think I prefer this kind of grant, which is within my, you know, capacity kan nak buat. And so for those yang nak try, you should go for that. Yeah, inshallah kalau ada rezeki, then you can dapat. Yeah. So I just end my session. Great things happen to those who don't stop believing, trying, keep on trying, learning and being grateful. Yeah. So thank you. I hope my sharing will be beneficial to me. Then if you have any question, I will try. I'm not the expert, but I will try to answer based on my experience. Yeah. Right. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Abdul Rahman. I think all of us would agree that it is indeed a very good sharing sessions. Alhamdulillah, and we hope that for the speaker informations and our participants, we started with 68 participants. Alhamdulillah, we generated 96 participants. Yeah, Doctor. I guess the sessions were very hands-on. It's very informative. And I think most of us will agree that it has been a good, we have get some takeaways from there. If I may, there are 4 questions from the participants, Dr. Abdul Rahman, and the one is from Dr. Rasida Hamsa, if I'm not mistaken. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Borang permohonan masih format yang sama ke? Terima kasih. Research ini lebih kepada fundamental atau application ya, Doktor? InsyaAllah dari segi borang, saya pohon Dr. Abdul Rahman jika kami boleh menjawab lagi pihak Renew. It is the same, and we have given the link, Dr. Shidaya. And maybe Dr. Rahman boleh contribute sedikit. Research ini lebih kepada fundamental atau applied, ya Doktor, soalannya.
If I from my experience, I rasa it's not applied. It's not a fundamental. It's more like applied research, or it can be anything actually. It's not like FRGS kan. So you can just submit whatever that come across. Tapi nampak macam lebih kepada applied lah kan, kalau we see the topics kan, like comparing the research kan from Japan, Malaysia, and usually the topic, it is good if like a lesson learned from Japan, for example, right? That would be a good topic. Kalau tengok lah, that's why you need to analyze the topic yourself. Try to cari yang related to your area, right? So that you can learn from the successful applicant before. Banyak tu actually, there's a lot. You tengok berapa tahun ke belakang, is from 2021 up to what, 2012 if I'm mistaken. They posted it in the website. All right, I hope I answered the question. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Rahman. For the second questions, if I got the honorifics wrong, I apologize. Dr. Shaliza Dazuki, adakah kajian itu perlu ke Jepun atau jika kajian saya itu merujuk kepada kerjasama syarikat Malaysia dan Jepun, boleh interview di Malaysia sahaja ke?
I think this one boleh. It doesn't matter whether you are if you need to go to Japan, you know, you can. But if you don't want, you can even like interview those like what ni tanya tadi lah, tak ada masalah. As long yang jelasnya, as long the research ada kaitan dengan Malaysia dan Jepun, if possible.
Thank you, Doctor. And the third one will be from Dr. Aziani Lukman. Can RMC help to get translators among our APB lecturers in order to translate the research summary from English to Japanese? Dr. Dharma, if I may, for this one, inshallah, we will revert to PM Dr. Rizalmi, and then Dr. Rizalmi will liaise dengan RMC, saya kira, inshallah.
Inshallah,
yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yes.
Yeah, so we can ask help from the other. Yeah.
And the fourth question is from Professor T.S. Dr. Nur Kamalia Mustafa. Salam, Doctor. Do we need partner from Japan and to apply for this grant? Thank you.
It can be both. Like in my case, I don't have any partner from Japan, right? My research partner from UNIMAS and UiTM themselves. But I know yang berjaya ni ada juga yang memang they involve the partners from Japan. If you can have members from Japan, why not? You can include in your proposal as well. Yeah, as a collaborator, kan? Yep. I hope it's answered your question.
Doctor, and from Dr. Rohana Nga, does it have to contribute to Japan only or comparison between Japan and Malaysia?
It must be win-win situation. That from my observation kan, tengok ni dia kena win-win situation lah, which you know, Japan will benefit, Malaysia also benefit, right? Dia kena dua-dua. Kalau macam only Malaysia benefit pun, I don't think it will be interesting for Japan to sponsor, I mean to give the grant. So they kena dua-dua. Like for example, from my research, because I'm looking both in Japan and farmers in Japan and farmers in Malaysia. So Japan can learn from Malaysia, Malaysia can learn from Japan as well. So kalau boleh, try to design the proposal accordingly lah. So it will benefit both. Or you can like kan ramai juga buat macam lesson learned from Japan kan. So you boleh come up with the proposal that macam mana that we can benefit from apa yang Japan dah buat. But at the same time, maybe Japan also can benefit from your proposal later on. Yeah, I hope it's answered the question.
Thank you. We have from Dr. Muhammad Azwan Maisa. We need to present the research proposal to the panels. If we use secondary quantitative data, is there high possibility to get accepted? Thank you.
Okay, the good things about this proposal, tak ada present. We just submit the proposal. If you dapat, that's it. You dapat lah. And then even after you finish your grant, you just submit the summary. You tak perlu submit pun the tick report. Report dia hanya sehelai 2 je. That is ni lah. Like me myself, I just but you submit whatever you promise to them lah. Like myself, I promised to submit one article journals kan. So I enclose lah, and also the summary. Itu je basically nak kena hantar dengan financial report lah. Financial report tu whatever you spend and so on and so forth that you have to send to them. It's very easy in a way lah. We don't have to present apa semua kan. Macam macam yang saya dapat dengan France tu, like you know, we have to present dekat KPT. dah dapat dah pun, right? The progress tu kena pergi ke PT present, you know. But this grant, no such thing. Dia just, yeah, you just do your research and then hantar report lah nanti. Report pun tak tebal. Oh, by the way, before I forgot, kalau boleh, when you fill in the form, the application form, the proposal part tu, try to fit in the form tu. Ya, tak perlu nak tambah muka surat banyak-banyak, right? Dia orang sangat practical lah in a way kan. Dia dah prepare tu banyak tu je lah. You isi kan dia punya ni. Sebab sometimes we try to panjang-panjangkan our punya proposal, you know, so that we will, you know, with the hope that we will get it. Tapi macam I tengok Jepun ni dia sangat simple kan. Just follow je. Kalau ruang dia banyak tu, just try to, you know, do it accordingly. Dan baca jugalah the requirement tu nanti dekat borang. Thank you.
Daripada Dr. Nur Baidura Salim. Salam, is it possible for us to get the slide, Dr. Abdul Rahman, from you? Ask Dr. Baidura.
Boleh, insyaAllah.
Thank you.
Nanti I share with Renew. And Renew, maybe can we share that? Or how? You want me to share it now?
All right. Could we can also send it to you later on. Both, I guess. Dr. Abdul Rahman nak share sekarang.
Okay. I can send it later to you. Okay.
Yes, you can. If I may, Dr. Faizan Haji Abdul Jabbar, his questions is, what is the maximum member to apply for the Sumitomo grant, Doctor?
Okay, actually I don't know how many, tapi kan maybe you can scroll dekat website nanti yang successful grant tu kan, dia ada mention berapa ahli plus, tapi dia letak just plus something lah. So like in my case, I only 3 orang saja, me and then another 2 researcher. To be honest, saya tak tahu maximum dia berapa. Maybe can check later on lah, right?
Thank you.
Sebab grant ni pun tak besar. I don't think perlu ramai sangat kot. The collaborators tu kan. Maybe tak perlu lah ramai sangat. Sebab dia dalam 30K je kan.
Yeah. Will there be any more questions? We are open to any more questions.
Yeah.
If there's none, Puan Ira tiada soalan lain ya? Kalau tak ada, if I may, can we conclude?
Tak ada, Doktor.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Abdul Rahman, for very good presentations and sharing sessions. Thank you for being very, very informative. And I thought even the illustrations through the pictures were really good. I think that motivates most of us, of the participants who would like to give it a go for this Sumitomo grant. If I may extend a bit of the takeaways from what Dr. Abdul Rahman has been saying. First of all, Dr. Rahman has stressed and impressed on to focus more on the social sciences and humanities related to Japan and look at the mutual understanding. Dr. Abdul Rahman also, highlights that it should be a smart research base in terms of the objective of Malaysia and Japan, and specifically highlighted his sampling of his examination or study, where he looks upon on the aging farmers and focuses on the youth participation, which both countries needed the particular aspect of the area research. And Dr. Abdul Rahman also informs us and highlights that for the method, it should be measurable, specific and timely. Budget should be smart and feasible, and inshallah he stresses on the part of this, the study research objective should not be too big. For example, in his research, it focuses on the target group of the youth in agriculture. And in summary, he says that it should be community-based or healing-based as it refers to the humanities and social sciences. With that, the organizing committee will extend our appreciations to our esteemed speaker, Associate Professor TS Dr. Abdul Rahman. Thank you for coming and sharing with us today. Thank you very much. And Puan Ira, are we taking photos? Are we not with our participants?
Boleh juga, Doktor.